Yo, what is good, you guys? To Shiro386 here. Now, I've never made an anime review before. However, I'd like to start that playlist up as I have been watching a lot of anime recently. So we're gonna talk about my favorite anime. Of course, that is Bleach. I'm actually wearing my Bleach t-shirt right now. You can see Hollow Ichigo right there, and Ichigo to the right. So, point being though, is man, overall, I'm gonna tell you guys the final verdict of it at the end. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the first season. So the first season, starts off. Ichigo gets his Soul Reaper powers and whatnot, and basically that first episode was so lit. Like I've never seen a better way to start off an anime. Like that first episode was just lit as hell, and that first moment when Ichigo becomes a Soul Reaper was just wow. Oh my god, that's awesome. And then the next 20 episodes is actually, well, let me rephrase that. The next 15 episodes, I believe, are basically just Ichigo killing hollows and stuff and introducing the main cast, which isn't too bad actually, surprisingly. And once we get around to the 16th or 17th episode, Renji Ibarra and Byakuya Yakushiki show up to get Rukia from the world of the living. Come to find out that she broke a law that's really bad and whatnot. And man, that fight between Ichigo and Renji was pretty awesome. Renji was getting his ass kicked, so Byakuya had to step in and damn near one shot at Ichigo. Like, it was pretty ironic. You thought, oh, Ichigo can destroy anybody, he's strong as shit. No, then Byakuya happened. So, yeah. So after that, it starts off really lit. Because Kisuke Urahara teaches Ichigo, and Ichigo gets really, really strong, and it's awesome. And, Chad and Orihime and Uryu all trained as well. So, come to find out, they go to the Soul Society and whatnot. And, man, it only gets more lit. It only gets more lit from there. And, wow, the Soul Society arc has got to be one of my favorite arcs, hands down, and one of my favorite intros, FYI. Intros, by the way, you guys, quick thing. Intros were amazing. Like, there wasn't one intro I didn't like, except for opening 4. I'll explain why opening 4 in a second. So, alright, so, Soul Society arc. Man, I swear, Bleach, one thing I can give it credit for is it's not like you always know the good guys are gonna win. It's not like, oh, it's Goku. If you're looking at it from a Dragon Ball Z version of it. If you're like, oh, Goku's gonna win, he's the main character. Let's be honest. Whenever Goku's fighting someone, we always know he's gonna win. Now with Bleach, with it, like whether it's Ichigo, Uryu, Chad, Orihime, any of the captains. Seriously, there's a lot of captains. I don't feel like listing them all up, and lieutenants. So man, there's just moments where, like, the bad guys, you think they're gonna win, and you begin to think, are the main characters ever gonna win? Like, this guy's powerful as shit. Like, damn. And like, there's just so many moments with that happening. I like that it sort of gives us unexpected stuff, like stuff you wouldn't expect right away, and especially with the fight between Ichigo and Kenpachi. Like, I didn't think Ichigo was gonna win that fight, dude. If you watch that fight, Kenpachi looks like he had the fucking fight in the bag the moment it started, and it was really just bad for Ichigo. Like, it was not going his way, not the way he expected at all, and man, it was just crazy. Then we have the fight between Ichigo and Byakuya, and when he saves Rukia from being executed. Sorry, need a drink. Okay, so this is where we get our first appearance from Hollow Ichigo when he takes over Ichigo's body. Now, this is obviously a moment Bleach fans can never ever forget. We all like Hollow Ichigo. Hollow Ichigo is awesome. Hollow Ichigo is really awesome, and it's just like, damn, what is this? Like, what's going on? Like, this isn't Ichigo. This is more crazy sounding, like with the Sonic.exe laugh. And it was awesome. It was really awesome. So once he finally wins, it gets even more hype more just, oh my god, dude, the episodes get crazy after that. Like, especially when Sosuke shows up on Sogyoku Hill, dude. Fucking Shrek Sajin. Like, Sajin got so wrecked, dude. It was funny. Um, then we got, later on, I'm going to talk about one of the worst arcs next, so please brace yourselves. The Bout arc. Man, do not watch this arc if you like stuff that starts off right away. Something that starts off exciting from the very first episode. Do not watch the Bound arc. If you want to watch the Bound arc, go ahead. I watched it, kind of regret it now. The opening was kind of trash, and not only that, dude, the fucking Bound arc was annoying as fuck. Um, oh my god, it's about these like vampire guys. They're sort of like vampires, but they're bounce. Think of them like vampires. That's a simple way to break them down. Except they don't drink blood and all that stereotypical vampire shit. Think of them like vampires. Like, seriously, if you ask anybody what's a vampire, oh, it's like these vampire motherfuckers. That'll be their exact response. And, it's about these things that they made in the Soul Society, trying to extend the lifespan of a Shinigami. Or it was human. It was something like that. Pretty sure it was Shinigami, though. And long story short, it failed, and the Soul Society's going to kill off the bounce that they created because they didn't just want them to exist. It's stupid. Seriously, don't watch the bounce arc. And basically, one of the bounce who later becomes the leader, I can't remember his fucking name, but like I said, I haven't rewatched the bounce arc in a long time. I don't ever plan on rewatching the bounce arc. It's bad. Um, it's way too slow, and like seriously, it doesn't get lit until like 2 episodes left of the Mount arc, and it's like 20 episodes. Fuck that. So we're gonna just move on to the next because God, I don't want to talk about the Bound arc anymore. It's annoying. I know I talked about it briefly, but seriously, the Bound arc is just ugh. I'll give it one thing I can say actually. They have good backstory, but for the most part, I did not like it. Now let's move on to a way better arc called the Waco Mundo arc, aka the Arrancar arc. Man, God, dude, where to begin with this one, dude? It was so fucking lit the way it started. Grimmjow Jagajag shows up with a couple other people, and this is where you finally get to see Rukia Shikai. The dance Sodeno Shida... I always mess up my words. Dance Sodeno Shidayuki. Well, in other words, Sodeno Shidayuki. That's her word she has to say for a Shikai to activate. And man, was it awesome, dude? Like, Rukia did Sugino Mai Sakishiro. Yep, I got that one right. I know I got that one right. And it just killed this guy immediately. Rukia did awesome. Then Grimmjow shows up, being a total douche, damn near, well, not even damn near, basically one-shotted Rukia. And, him and Ichigo had a fight. I don't know if I want to call that a fight because it was more Ichigo just getting knocked around. But man, at this point, Ichigo meets the Vizards like 2 episodes later and learns like all this cool shit about his hollow powers and how to control them, rather than Hollow Ichigo taking over as he's slowly trying to gain control of Ichigo's body. And it was lit, dude. You got to learn a little bit about the Vizards, and they're an awesome group, and they have an amazing backstory. Seriously, I don't even want to spoil that. I'm just trying to give you guys minor details about the arcs. Kind of gave crucial details, but it's alright, though. So, we're going to go ahead and skip to the Sosuke Aizen War, because I've probably spoiled a lot by now. Well, actually, I can add a couple more things. Think of Waco Mundo sort of like the better version of the Soul Society arc. I don't know if I want to say better. It's more darker. I think it's a lot more darker than the Soul Society arc, therefore making it way more lit, especially since Ichigo has this new power where he, puts on his mask, aka Holification, for those of you who don't know. And it makes Ichigo way stronger than what he's normally like. And it's really awesome, seriously. The first time he did it was amazing. He was just like, bunch of black and red energy and stuff. It was amazing. Way more lit than, just that, but I don't know how else to imitate it. So, man, just It was amazing. The Waco Mundo arc is amazing. By the way, here's one thing I want to go ahead and tally off. If I had to give the first season a 1 out of 10, I'd say at least an 8 or a 9. The Soul Society arc, a fucking 10. Bout arc, I'd give that a solid 5, maybe a 4. Probably a 4. Now the Waco Mundo arc, which is where we're at now in the discussion, I would have to give that at least a 8 or a 9. So, basically, there's some really cool fights in Waco Mundo that go down. And, it's very awesome looking fights. Then, last but never the least, we have the Sosuke Aizen War. Now, I know the Sosuke Aizen War and Waco Mundo arc are the same, aka the Arrancar arc, but, I like to sort of divide those just because the whole war with Sosuke was just super lit. And the fights with the Espadas were amazing. You get a lot of backstory about them. It's great. I don't want to spoil the backstory, so so basically, after that, we have the final arc. Now I can't really give too many details about it without spoiling it. So basically, you get to learn a little bit about Chad in this arc. It's basically his arc, and Chad is one of Ichigo's friends that has been there since day one. So, basically, you learn a little bit about his powers, and it's basically humans with powers to control certain stuff. With Ginjo, it was the pendulum on his necklace that he turns into a sword. It's really good. A lot of people don't like that arc since, they just think, like, they just don't like it. I mean, here's my assumption or theory as to why people don't like it. It's right after the Sosuke Aizen War, and pretty much everything led up to the Sosuke Aizen War. So, there is key details about it, but I don't want to spoil that for you guys. So, overall, for Bleach, actually there was 2 arcs I didn't mention that were filler real quick. In between the Arrancar arc, there is an arc called the Rorichio arc. Do not watch it. It is worse than the fucking Bout arc. Then, a little bit after the fight with Aizen, you got the arc, the Reigai arc, what I like to call the Nozomi arc. It's a lot about Nozomi. Amazing arc. It's amazing. Basically, this guy makes Gigas of the other captains and lieutenants, so it's like they get to fight themselves. And Kenpachi does fight himself, so it's an amazing fight. So, overall for Bleach, I would have to give it a 10 out of 10. I have never watched a better anime in my life. And when I say that, I mean that. Bleach was well put together, had an amazing story, and I loved every step of the way, except for the Bout arc and the Rorichio arc. As for the canon stuff, because I understand those are both filler. As far as canon and the other 2 arcs, wait, hold up. There has to be 4, right? Hold on. Bout arc, Rorichio arc. Oh, I guess there's only the Reigai arc. Okay, so the Reigai arc, which is filler, by the way, is amazing. Now, the rest of the canon stuff is amazing. There's also, I believe, 2 filler episodes that are hilarious, but I'm going to save that for another time. So, anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and if I didn't say it already, Bleach, 10 out of 10. Amazing story, a ton of character development, and I liked all the characters. Not only that, Bleach is one of the few animes where every character is like able to keep up and actually have some shine. So 10 out of 10 for Bleach. Now, my next review will be about Tokyo Ghoul. So, to those of you who like Tokyo Ghoul, by the way, it'll be about Season 1, not Rude. I haven't finished Rude yet. So, like, comment, subscribe. See you later.